been trying to catch up with you for a long time, man. Day one of year two. I know it's only day one, but just talk to me. How's the body feel? How do you feel about your first day?
Man, it's good to be back like I never left. It was a smooth start, a little rusty as a unit, as a team, but I think we got a great foundation to build on right now.
Did you kind of expect that it would start off a little rusty, especially because you guys got up with Russ in the in the summertime, and you guys been kind of working out together? Did you kind of expect, I guess, I don't want to say like a faster start, but like what were your expectations going into day one, basically?
Yeah, so obviously you always want to start as fast as possible. Every OC's goal, every player's goal is to come out firing on all cylinders. But the reality of it is, sometimes there's some growing pains with, having a new quarterback. You only have so many practices in the spring and stuff. So there's going to be a little bit of that, we know. But like I said, we got a great foundation to build on.
What's Russ's aura and leadership like? You hear guys talking about the leadership all the time. Can you give us like a story about when he really showed like, hey, this is really Russell Wilson right here?
Yeah, I mean, first time I ever met him, we threw at Georgia Tech, but like as soon as we found out he was going to be on the team, and right away, as soon as we're in the throwing session, he kind of stops the whole thing and really sits down and wants to get your idea of how you run a cover two seam and then tell his idea of what he thinks it should look like right away, so that day one we're on the same page. And that's with every single route, every concept, there's a whole lot of dialogue just so that we're on the same page, quarterback and tight end.
You scored on the seam last year against Washington. So they kind of told you what your role is going to be this year? Like, are you expecting a big year, or should we expect a big year for Theo Johnson?
Yeah, I think we're definitely going to build on last year for sure. I think, I was getting my feet wet a little bit, and towards the end of the season, I feel like I was really hitting my groove, and I think we're going to build on that. There's a whole lot of things we're going to do in the option game. We've seen today in the red zone, there's going to be, a lot of cool things for the tight end. So I'm super excited for what my role is going to look like this year for the team.
What's Jameis and Jackson Dart been like?
Those are both my guys. Me and Jackson have been spending a lot of time together. Jameis is another tremendous mentor. He came down, spent some time with us in Atlanta, training with me, Slay, and Wandale. We got a good little throwing session in. So both of those guys are super capable quarterbacks, very talented, and it's been a pleasure working with both of them. For sure.
Jackson Dart and Tommy DeVito said they were watching Love Island during the spring. Were you a part of that?
I actually was a part of that.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I actually was. It's kind of crazy. My name got left out of it, thank God. But, yeah, it was – we had a cool little group going on, just kind of hanging out, doing our thing. Yeah.
When you found out who the winners were you excited or what?
I wasn't that deep into it. I wouldn't say I was that deep into it where I had a connection emotionally either way.
You went to TEU, Tight End University, this year. Kind of talk about what that was like, being around some greats in your position, and what some things you picked up that you're going to implement for your game this year.
Yeah, that was cool for me, being a tight end coming out. That's something you kind of look at year in and year out, and I've always wanted to, be a part of that. So it was cool to be surrounded by some guys that I feel like I have similar skill sets to, and just kind of hear their 2 cents on things. Yep. And I think the big thing I took away is just, never losing sight of the physicality of the tight end game. Sometimes we try and get too pretty with our releases or some things. At the end of the day, like, you're a tough, big guy, and that's hard for a lot of people to cover.
Man, they try to move me to tight end. When I was in college, I am not a tough, big guy like you guys. But, man, good luck to you going into year two. Can't wait to see what you put on tape this year, man. You got a lot of people excited.
Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you.